us a ride.
She said she'd be here. Funny, she's never been late before.
You wasted your time then, didn't you?
I did not. I did it because...
I got a fresh ass.
Everybody, it is 9:00 p.m. and y'all know what it's time for. It is time for the Midnight Run, and once again, it's me, it's the VINCE, and I hope everybody's doing all right tonight, folks. We're gonna roast some pig, folks. Apparently, a certain pot-bellied pig has said a couple of unmentionables, which we will unfortunately have to mention. But I will start off by introducing myself once again. The Great One, the Il Nana, Big Brother Almighty. Rico Suave. And back in the day, the Black Genova, unfortunately. Fortunately, I cleared up the bodybuilding shows here. You know what, Piggy, we talk about. It's why we don't have Dubs videos for. But this pig done ran his mouth. Now, the only thing I was doing was spitting fire, folks. Alright? We looked at the pictures. We've seen his pictures before. He is over 300 pounds. Alright? He ain't fooling nobody. He is fat. He's fat! His wife is fat. She probably weighs just as much as he does. That right there is an NFL linebacker. That is a running back right there. She could hit the I formation like a motherfucker. Literally, I formation. Heck. Just go right through that line. Get about 10 or 20 yards. I formation, folks. That's what she could do. But in any event, you know, I don't want to talk about someone's wife there. She's just as big of a problem as this pot-bellied pig. But we can go over that in just a minute. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Tonight, I now have my well-aged Gurkha Black Ops. It is now smoking perfectly well. Perfectly aged at this point in time. It's now a decent smoke. Not better than my Gurkha Hudson Bays. But I can't do nothing about them because they're out of stock right now. So I got that. I just have regular coffee tonight. Because honestly, I'm not really feeling too well. I left work early yesterday. I left work real early today because anytime I get the flu vaccine, folks, I get sick. Really, really sick. I get aches and pains and stuff like that. Chuck E. Cheese, what's up? And of course, got my water in my Tesla cup. Give it to me, my good friend Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman. Now, before I light the cigar, here's something I need to let you guys know, all right? It doesn't matter how expensive your shoes are. It doesn't matter if you walk around with a shirt that says Polo or Versace or something like that. The truth of the matter is, people will know whether you broke or not broke. It is how you carry yourself. And quite frankly, this Potbelly Pig has been bragging about $300 pair of shoes. So what? You don't carry yourself. If you want to actually look wealthy, simply look at how wealthy people dress. Do you see wealthy people wearing big giant logos on them that says Versace on it? No, you see them wearing driving loafers like the great one. Are they wearing $300 or $400 cologne? No. I'm not going to wear a $300 cologne. I can afford it. I can afford these shoes. But why do it? It brings no value to me. As you guys know, I use Langerford Classic. It's $26, big bottle. You know, this stuff will last at least a year, literally. As you could tell, I still got about maybe 2 or 3 weeks left. Spray it on every day. But don't worry, folks. The great one has another bottle of it. You don't need to spend $300 on cologne. You don't need to spend $200 and some on shoes. Big freaking whoop. You know I'm talking about Potbelly Pig. Talking about the shoe. No one cares about it. They care about how you carry yourself, and they care about the character. Your character is more valuable than a pair of shoes. Okay? Carry yourself with dignity. Be smart about your dressings and your clothing. And people won't question it. You won't have to try to attempt to be something that you are not. Your character shines beyond anything else here. It always will. Like, for example, last night, when I went out, pink collared shirt, long sleeve, you know, iron free, really nice. Black vest from Target, you know, typical stuff there. Nice crispy pair of blue jeans, and I actually had my Sebago horsebit loafers on. I've not worn those in over a year. Wore those. Looking good. And, of course, my $800 Movano watch. But I don't need the watch. I could have wore my... I can't... The only reason why I wore that is because I couldn't find my Orient Bambino watch. I must have misplaced it in the house. I will eventually find it. But in any event, you know, no logos, no Versace, none of this other stupid stuff. This stuff is dumb. Cut it out. You don't need it. All right? Only people with a poor mentality and a lack of self-awareness, such as the Potbelly Pig, has to rely on showing off a pair of $300 sneakers or however much it costs. You're still a broke piggy, no matter what. Now, I'm going to go light my cigar, and we're going to talk some more. And Ryan done sent me the videos, and we will discuss those. I try not to wear linen shirts. I wear cotton, and if you go to Men's Warehouse there, Kaizen, you can get ones that are iron-free. Now, I still iron my shirts anyway. There's nothing wrong with ironing. Ironing is easy. So let's go ahead and toast the cigar first. Yep. As you can tell, folks, you give it a good toasting. Here we go. Air it out a little bit. That's another thing, folks. Don't just light a cigar. Toast it. Give it a good toast. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to toast it a little bit more. Doesn't have enough on there. No, it's just the appropriate way, the gentleman's way of properly doing your cigar. Now that I've aerated it, now we light it. Now we light it. Good stuff. Alright, let's play the stuff that... I won't show you this here. Now, I'm kind of disappointed at this boy. I'm very disappointed. Now, fortunately, these clips doesn't have the N-word or anything like that, so they are somewhat safe to play.
The fact that he has to sit in a little room in South Carolina, I think Greenville or something like that, in South Carolina. He's probably on the registry.
Registry? Why, yes, I am on the registry. You know, I do own property, so I am on the tax registry where I have to, you know, pay taxes on my home each and every year, you know? I mean, unlike you, I don't rent. Unless he's talking about another registry. I don't know. What's up, KCB? What's up, Quick Pump? Well, I don't even live in Greenville anymore. I mean, he's close, but no cigar.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy as hell. Lost his job, has to work at home. You know.
That doesn't even make any sense. I own a business. Now, it is true I did lose my job at Verizon, you know, a couple of years ago. But I left with a shitload of money I left with close to over $100,000 in stocks and stuff like that, which I've invested most of it in. The other stuff is in my 401k. So I really don't care. And I sat around for a year just chilling and smoking cigars all day. I mean, in life, folks, there's no such thing as a permanent job. You know, you just make your investments here and you move on to the next thing.
I mean, because you got boosted down to part-time, bumped down to part-time and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Not sure where he's getting the part-time work from. I mean,
bro, it's crazy how old old tar baby over there, mad as hell that, you know, that I'm not well over 300 pounds, and I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. But hey, T-Tammy, where's anybody scared to talk about
See, the fact that he basically, and I get the idea of his registry, the fact that he talks like that as far as registry is concerned is why he is up there bawling his eyes out in court right now, you know, and stuff. And by the way, I am sending Blue Collar Vet those legal documents there, and that should strengthen his case against him for being called a P-file. As soon as I have the chance, I'm going to send Blue Collar Vet those files, and we'll see what he has to say, because Lord knows I can't use him. He has no money. You know, he owes a whole bunch of people money. I mean, it's like getting water in a dry well. Spend $5,000 to get a lawsuit through him and then be standing in line with everyone else that he owes. Sad. Very sad. Sad.
On the way back to Nevada already. What's crazy is that Tar Boy over there is mad about me being 265 pounds.
Nigga, you ain't 265 freaking pounds. No.
That's
Your belly isn't even 265 pounds. You are over 300 pounds.
crazy. He's mad about it. He's over there talking about me and my wife's sex life and stuff like that. Kind of like what's.
I was only ribbing. I just said that it was like two planets crashing into each other. You know? I mean, but the truth of the matter is, I mean, he wouldn't have a sex life because he's so fat, you know. I don't think he could see his own ding-a-ling there, to be honest with you. The great one can see his cock, number one, because I'm a Negro. We have big cocks, and two, I'm not as fat as he is.
Crazy is that his Tar Boy over there, Vince Goodrum, you know what I mean? Tar Boy Vince Goodrum is mad at the fact that I'm not well over 300 pounds. He's mad at the fact that my wife's not a big girl, and he's mad at the fact that when
your wife's a big girl. She's just as big as you are and just as unhealthy.
when you blow the picture that's so far fucking away, that it's going to be all fuzzy like that. It's going to be all out of proportion. But hey, Vince is a proven fucking liar. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, remember what Vince was saying?
Motion detected in the backyard.
That I was supposed to pay him restitution and stuff like that. But hey, here we are a year later, and he's still trying to use me as fucking views on the way back to Nevada.
If I was trying to use you as views, then I would actually allow Dub's videos. You are what's called an outliner. Someone that creates negative views. YouTube just absolutely hates your content. It always, every time I put something up there with some of the stuff you talk about, you know, YouTube just hates you. Probably God hates you too.
Across the, 9 hours ago. But hey, I seen that Tar Boy over there crying about a zoomed in picture from like clear across the, the room. Like it's so crazy if you can barely see my face, right? And yeah, it's like it's so crazy. Yeah, on the way back to Nevada.
Well, I don't base it just upon that picture. I base it on your intake video when you got arrested. There's plenty of pictures out of you. I mean, there's even one with you getting spanked by Wes Watson. How did that work out? You know, you spent all that money and Wes Watson just kicks you out without not a dime, not a soul.
That already. What's crazy is that Tar Boy over there is mad about me being 265 pounds. That's crazy. He's mad about it. He's over there talking about me and my wife's sex life and stuff like that. Kind of like, what's crazy is that his Tar Boy over there, Vince Goodrum, you know what I mean? Tar Boy Vince Goodrum is mad at the fact that I'm not well over 300 pounds. He's mad at the fact that my wife's not a big girl, and he's mad at the fact that when you blow up a picture that's so far fucking away, that it's going to be all fuzzy like that. It's going to be all out of proportion. But hey, Vince is a proven fucking liar.
Yeah. Folks, we've seen the pictures. We've seen his pictures for well over a year. You are over 300 pounds. And it's kind of surprising being only 5'3", to be honest with you. He's probably taller than that, but come on, man, really? You are fat. I take the word tar baby with a lot of respect. But like I said before, folks, it's all about how you carry yourself. It really is. And I mean, yeah, Lenny was always proud to be over 300 pounds. The difference is Lenny actually had muscle. This guy is just gelatinous. He has literally no muscle whatsoever. He clearly doesn't work out. We saw the intake pictures. He has no arms whatsoever, you know. Yeah, and he had veins too. What a sad man. What a very sad man. I feel so sorry for him. He just has a complete lack of self-awareness. But in any event, folks, let's get some music playing. Get your questions in. We can't play that. Yeah, it's just like cubing a stream whenever I stream. I don't know if my cousin is streaming or not. But get your questions in. We will start videos, official videos at 10 o'clock p.m. I'm going to enjoy my smoke. Like I said, when people complain about cigars whenever they first get them, if they've not been sitting in the humidor, they're never going to smoke well. And I know he's listening too. I know the Potbelly Pig is listening. He ain't gonna respond. He has nothing to say because he knows I'm right. That's a fact right there. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna keep his mouth shut tonight. He's gonna listen to the great one because I know he's listening. He ain't gonna get on no live stream and try to rebut what I said because he knows that I'm right. He's over 300 pounds, folks. I mean, seriously. But I mean, the funny thing is that everyone can see how much he weighs. Literally. No, the only time you should put cigars in the refrigerator or in the freezer is to get rid of tobacco bugs, quick pump. But here's the thing, if your cigar has tobacco bugs, it's just better just to throw them out. He's been live for an hour? No, he's been dead for an hour, Chuck E. Cheese.
Scatman, do you remember the Ingwe?
Look what he's wearing. I mean, seriously, you're gonna wear that? Do you know just how dumb he is? To wear something like that. He's wearing a Nazi hat and he's a Chicano. It makes no sense whatsoever. Why in the world would you wear something like that? He, just like Dubs, he has a lack of self-awareness. He's not bright at all. Hey, blue collar vet's fine. Hold on a minute, folks. We're gonna do some work here today. Hey, blue collar vet. Cinda. Send me your email address. I'll send. Can send you. There we go. So I went ahead and sent that out to him. Although his channel's a little
This
quiet
is the
right
deal.
now.
I have to go up to Montana to Missoula to pick up a car from my uncle, and I'm driving home, and literally...
There we go. Back to the music. Folks, get your questions in. I have forgot to do that. Yeah, tell me about it, Raw. That would be just a mess. People were accusing Jay of disabling comments on the last live, but YouTube did the same thing to me. Father ended up deleting group chat since the accusations were flying that he did it on purpose. Yeah, there was some sort of, Jay never censors out his his comments. I mean, and they know better. Everyone knows Jay don't give two shits about his comments. Now, let me remind you folks, the reason why you want to keep this on and never take it off is because when you smoke, your cigar naturally expands. So you try to keep this on as long as possible, so that keeps it from unraveling, or less of a likely opportunity. Let's see what we got tonight. Oh, you folks have got a lot of stuff here.
Here's a goodie.
Oh, I remember this one. Pugman! I remember this one. This one's, well, I'll let it speak for itself. I have not seen this one in a while.
Invention for you motherfuckers. Fuck! Shut! Watch. Here you go. Here you go. Hey! 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 twisted. Because these motherfuckers just don't get that it's so fucking
First off, they're not going to know that you're filming. Number two, you hired them to handle your lawn, you moron.
annoying to sit there and there's no possible way that needed to be done at that level. This is fucking Miami, and the shit's everywhere. Shit's blowing everywhere all the time. This is the lack of competence in our world today. If you would have saw what the guy was doing, it would blow your fucking mind. There's no fucking way in this world that everybody is where they're at because they're actually thinking, is this the best way to do what I'm doing? Like when I see some...
Oh, boy.
Shit, we're gonna have some questions today. People gotta be struggling with something. There's a good invention for you, motherfucker.
I know, I mean, and that's just the odd thing. I mean, can you imagine you're out there working and you got to deal with someone like that, you know? I feel sorry for the guy. Of course it's loud. It's called clearing up the lawn. You could tell that. Yeah, that one was probably that's an early 80s Coutosh from what it looks like. And honestly, in one of those, if you can't handle that right, I mean, you don't have no airbags or anything. Not that it would make a difference anyway going at that speed. But thanks for the video, Pug Man. You got to put some more up there sometime. But you know, I really like the 80s Lamborghinis better than the ones today. I mean, I just think the Lamborghinis from the 80s always looks a lot cooler. Maybe because, you know, when I was growing up, I don't know if you guys had this in school. This might be before your time. But we used to have one of those at schools. We used to have one of those book sale type things where we would go down to the gymnasium. They would line out a whole bunch of books, a bunch of gifts and other trinkets and stuff like that. You know, the great one would walk away with about 3 books and some sort of poster of some sort of, I had one of He-Man. I had one of a Ferrari, so they used to do that back in the day. That's some real 80s stuff. They definitely don't do that in this day and age. But yeah, I would go down, buy 3 books, and then get my poster. Maybe buy something from Mama, like a jewelry box. They would always have these little jewelry boxes and stuff. Straight, now that's some straight 80s stuff. Some of you guys probably weren't born back then where we were doing that. But it's alright, it's cool. But I had the Ferrari and I had Ferrari and Jaguar posters, and of course I had a bunch of wrestling posters as well. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, you know, Macho Man, Nature Boy Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Pork Chop Cash. Wall at home always had posters on it, folks. And they would get torn so easy, and then I would just go get some more. Ah, Miami Vice. You know, a lot of times Quick Pump, because I had to go to bed at 11 o'clock or 10, I couldn't watch Miami Vice. But yeah, I love this Ferrari Testarossa. That thing was just freaking awesome. So back in the day, folks, you know, the A-Team would come on from 8 to 9. And then the Dukes of Hazzard. And then usually Miami Vice would then come on afterwards. Miami Vice was the premiere show. Alright? The premiere show. And that would come on, and then afterwards, you know, you have a little bit of the news at 11 till 11:30. And sometimes my mom would let me stay up and watch Johnny Carson. I mean, that was a rare time. That's usually when that happened, that means that, you know, I didn't have school tomorrow or anything like that. On a weekday, it was like a holiday or so forth. And if it fell in the middle of the week or so, then I could stay up and watch Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was cool, folks. That's one cool motherfucker. But that was a rare luxury. And then sometimes there used to be an awesome restaurant in Asheville called the Sandwich Express. It was at Pritchard Park. They were mostly open for lunch and they closed at 4. But sometimes, if school let out a little bit early, I would get on the number 15 bus and I would go down to Sandwich Express. They had some of the best oven roasted Philly steak sandwiches ever. I mean, them things was good. Then I'd have the fries with the tzatziki sauce and stuff. Shit, that was fire. Then I would go to the library, pick up a bunch of books, stay and read there until 6. Catch 6 o'clock bus home. I'm chilling. All right. Now, if you're wondering why I had a bunch of books, I mean, it's the 80s, folks. All right. Didn't have all these computers or social media or anything. I had Barry Sanders, Green Day, Cindy Crawford. Oh, yeah, Jenny McCarthy. Yeah, my brother had Whitney Houston and stuff. And Madonna and stuff like that. But me, I never... Yeah, I guess inadvertently I already knew I was a homo or so forth. Because I never bought any posters of women. Go figure. Just cars and shit and wrestlers. I had a Reggie Jackson... And I had a bunch of posters because a lot of times they got tore down because of horseplaying and stuff. But you know, I had Reggie Jackson. You know, you would just go through poster after poster, and then you would change the wall every single time. Frank Tufano's been losing it for years. And I mean, in terms of physique, I have to say my cousin has it now. I had a Sean Ray poster, but that wasn't until the mid 90s. By then, you know, I was working and stuff, so I only had a Sean Ray poster. I had a Sean Ray and a Lee Haney poster. I mean, you look in the back of the book, they were selling those testosterone boosters with all they had was like 5 milligrams of boron. Either that or those ephedrine tablets and stuff. I mean, in the 90s, they sold some god-awful pills, ECA stacks and stuff. I mean, every company was selling an ECA stack. Nah, he's a lot shorter, and I was just messing. I am taller than Sean Ray. But he's wider than me because he's a, you know... Now, Ronnie Coleman, he's the same height as I am, but he is... Folks, if you ever saw Ronnie Coleman in his prime and you stood next to him, I'm like half of his size. This way. He was big and wide. Oh yeah, it was very effective. But it will make your heart race like no other, but you can get cut. Oh, we're gonna play everything, KCB. Quick pump. Could Coleman fight? He was a police officer. Of course he could fight. I mean, he went to the police academy. Of course Ronnie Coleman can fight. I mean, jeez. Ronnie Coleman can fight. He's probably been in just as many fights as I have. If you're going to be a police officer, believe me, you're going to get into fights. I mean, you just are.
Bitch, and all you haters love it. Yeah, Uncle Dub, he brought a fire that bone, we keep it bubbling. Call it stranglehold, that Dr. Dope, that dro is what we toting. Always down the road, we don't never fold like a bear in the woods we smoking. Stay blazing, bacon, slaying beats, burn it up like bacon grease.
I wonder if they've actually came out with an actual official song. Nope. Nothing here. Brett and Dale. It certainly does look like that other Brett person. Why would Nugent... I hate Ted. I hate Ted Nugent. He's an idiot. I mean, literally speaking, he's a draft dodger, too. What did he have to do? Did he peed and shitted on himself to keep from being drafted, or something to that effect? This is such a good cigar. Still not like my Gurkha. I still miss my Gurkha Hudson Bays, but this ain't too bad. I mean, he urinated and defecated in his same pair of pants for 1 week. And eating is nothing but junk food. Just to avoid the war. I mean, it's kind of cowardly. I've never owned a Gore-Tex jacket. Do I think Raw Israeli looks like Flat Top from Dick Tracy. I mean, he has one of the flattest heads I've ever seen, literally. I don't know what's going on with his head. I don't know how tall he is. I don't keep up with people's stats. But folks, get your questions in. We're going to start videos in 10 minutes. Feel free to put in a donation as well. Drop a couple of ducats for the great one. Yeah, it's probably that HGH there. He has the weirdest looking head ever. When your head looks like that, you're doing something wrong. Now, folks, did y'all hear about Donald Trump cutting off any talks about tariffs with Canada? All because they played a video with Ronald Reagan in there? No, actually, I did hang up the poster that came with my Atari 7800 quick pump. But that only lasted for maybe, like I said, posters in my house got torn up very quickly. They didn't stay up there for maybe about a month or two. We would constantly change posters. You put them up, you get tired of looking at it, and you take them down, you put up a brand new poster. "5'6", he's a midget. like the 7800. I was able to play KCB for $79.99. I got the 7800 in 5 games. I got Pole Position. I got Exevius. Exevius was my favorite game to play. I got Miss Pac-Man. Not Mrs. Miss Pac-Man. I had Galaga. And I had Centipede. $79.99, 5 games. Handle that. Facebook that. Well, you couldn't Facebook that. It wasn't invented. So, I don't know. Telephone that. Three-way calling. Three-way call that. Would you put up the Al Pacino cruising movie poster? No, never had one of those, or Death Wish 3s. Mama wouldn't allow that type of stuff on their Quick Pump. And they didn't even make any posters like that anyway. I was pretty good at Ball Blazer. Of course, nowadays, folks, you know, even though control systems still come with 2 controllers, two controllers with the game system, hardly anyone ever, there's usually just one person there playing on the game system, and they just network in with each other. Isratelli makes end of the year Palumbo look like Casey Viator. Were the 90s when you were at my peak? Yes, definitely. Late 90s, I was at my, I would honestly say was at my peak physical condition. Because all this stuff was around there to be that way. And you have a couple of factors. Number one, I was young. I was in my 20s. 2, ephedrine was around. Easy to get a 6-pack, and I had a really hard 6-pack. Then there was androstenedione. You didn't even need steroids back then. But even that was easy to get, so yeah. I was constantly shredded. It was easy to get shredded back in the late 90s because there was so much goodies out there. And you had to be if you wanted to go to the clubs. So in the 90s, folks, you had to be, you had, I mean, and this is another thing. When you went to the club in the 90s, we did something called dancing. Now, you guys have seen House Party, Kid and Play, you've seen Hammer Dance. That's the way the clubs were. High-powered, high-stepping, high dancing. I mean, that's like 3 or 4 hours of cardio, folks. Literally. Yeah, I got my steroids from a horse farm. Or actually just a regular old farm. And I just took the Finipex tablets here that were used for cows. And back then, it didn't have the estradiol in it. It was just straight trin pellets. You take a pellet out. A pellet was about 47 milligrams. And I would take one, I would crush it up, make a transdermal powder, because the thing about it is that when it came to the trin powder, I mean, I would have to use a very thick needle in order to inject it. I didn't need all that. So I just made a transdermal. I originally used ethanol to make a transdermal out of the trin. But then I had a mix of glycerin and DMSO liquid. And part of the reason is DMSO liquid is very liquidy, so it splashes around and shit. But if you mix it with some glycerin, it thickens it up and it makes it a little bit better. I never mess with that fin. That enlarges your heart, Ryan. And if you're wondering where I learned all of this, the library. The library had books on pharmacology that I just read over and figured out how to do things. You can literally go to the library today and those books will still be up there. You can get your law license. Here's the thing, folks. With the library, you can literally get any type of education you want. Engineering. You know, you could learn, literally speaking, you've heard of people in jail learning law from law books. All of that stuff is there. I can go get a whole bunch of books, and after a year's time, I would know enough about law. I could even probably pass the bar too. So I just picked up some books on pharmacology. And then I learned how to make the transdermals and stuff. I mean, you could still do this stuff today, but you can't get the Finipex tablets because now they have estradiol in them. So you really don't want that stuff because you're gonna get, if you try to do it today, you would get bitch tits. Now, there's a way to separate it by doing some heating and cooling, but it ain't worth it. It just isn't. But yes, I can make my own steroids. You give me powder, you get me the right tools. I mean, I know how to make anabolic steroids. Or I can actually make injectables. I can make transdermals. You don't forget that stuff. It's a repetitive motion. I can walk into a Taco Bell, work behind the counter without any instruction. I can still do everything. It's like riding a bike. If I ever went to prison and I wasn't able to work in the financial market and I had just got out, the first place I would go to is Taco Bell. Because I already know the work. Literally. Or I'd take a customer service job if I wasn't eligible for it. That's just the whole thing, folks. Don't burn your bridges. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, the Cinevex too, but they're putting the estradiol and all that other they're putting it all in stuff now to make the cows fatter. A lot more unhealthier too. They started doing them with the Finipex tablets there, but now they're using some other crazy stuff now, Chuck E. Cheese. But the Finipex tablets used to be pure. They used to just be pure trend. Now clenbuterol, I mean, that was easy to get. I mean, that's horsey. That's just cough syrup for horses, literally. All right, folks, cigar's done. Make sure you twist, not jab. Now, sometimes I leave a little stubble, and then that way I get my little sticky things, and then have a little light last-minute smoke. I may do that later on, so I'm not going to completely finish it. So this here is what I have left here, which I can make into a light smoke later on this evening. Oh, God, yes. Indeed. I used to get the Canosi in there, Chuck E. Cheese. In place of getting the B12, I would just get that instead. But if I can get a hold of regular B12 shots here, that was beautiful. But, you know, nowadays everything's all freaking regulated and stuff. It's easier to get caught, in other words, but they're not even really looking for it. They're looking for Percocet, Molly Percocet. But you know what I'm talking about there, Chuck E. Cheese.
I've heard that having great coworkers is fundamental to feeling inspired at work. I can't wait to meet mine.
Ha! Where did you hear that garbage? Most people you work with will suck, because in the corporate world, it's physically impossible to just have normal coworkers. Trust me, buddy. They'll either be burnout, incompetent, or just weird.
And this is why I work at home, so that way I can keep away from the gossip in an office and mind my own business. That's why I work at home. Not because of what the potbelly pig says.
Inspired by your coworkers is the last thing you'll experience, and I guarantee that.
Is it really that horrible?
You know, I'm really getting tired of Trump blowing up these boats and stuff like that. I mean, it's better just to capture him to see who's actually doing it, but instead, I think we're breaking a lot of international laws doing that, Chuck E. Cheese, by just blowing up boats here.
Yes, it is.
But I think it's still pretty cool that
is. Here, let's go meet them. The corporate drone is a coworker everyone has had at some point. These people have bought into everything management has told them. Now they live and breathe corporate.
Hey, Cringe, I just sent you an email. Could you just let me know when you've had a chance to look at it? That would be great, thanks.
Yep, I'll have a look in a moment. Give me like 20 minutes.
Right, so I did put urgent in the title, and according to company policy, we're obliged to reply to urgent emails immediately.
Well, you kind of put that label on everything.
If you have feedback regarding current company policies, you are more than welcome to submit it to management. But as of now, that is the stated policy.
It's like riding a bike, isn't it, Quick Pump?
Will I appear at the company picnic in 3 months?
Positive. The planning is underway, and it would facilitate...
Will I get paid?
Well, yes and no. Not monetarily, but it is a company-subsidized event. They have paid for a venue, so you are expected to make an appearance.
I would literally do anything on planet Earth, but go to a company picnic. So my answer...
Yeah... It's actually against federal law to have a mandatory picnic or any type of... Make it mandatory to go to a company event without getting paid.
There is no. Hell no. I know this is an alien concept to you, but I have a life outside of work. Big Corp is not everything. And by the way, I hate your outfit.
This is company subsidized apparel, sir. The company paid for this, in addition to my regular salary. Can you believe the generosity?
No, I most certainly cannot.
I'm gonna leave a hat for you here, and after lunch, I am expecting you to wear it.
Now, folks, I got a lot of Verizon shirts here. One thing about working at Verizon, every single week you would get a shirt. And for all sorts of campaigns and all my time working at Verizon, I probably had over 100 t-shirts. A lot of them I gave away. In fact, hold on just a minute. I'm going to show you something here. Well, no, I'll do that later on. Fuck it. I actually still have a bag of Verizon stuff that I haven't even opened yet.
Every workplace has an incompetent middle manager. This guy has no clue how anything works, but he's somehow the freaking manager. To him, everything work-related is like a foreign language.
I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of responsibilities. Maybe he's not incompetent. Maybe he's just a little stressed out.
I would be fine if that was the case, but trust me, he's incompetent. Every time you talk to him, it's like,
cringe, how do I connect the computer screen to the Wi-Fi network?
First of all, it's not the screen that's connected to the, whatever. Is the Wi-Fi turned on?
I want to access the World Wide Web.
Sure, I understand that, but is the Wi-Fi turned on at all?
Well, it sure as all heck doesn't seem that way, does it?
Oh, for God's sake. Is there a green light next to the Wi-Fi icon?
What Wi-Fi icon? I'm just trying to connect my screen to the internet.
Whatever. There we go. The computer wasn't even turned on, dude.
Well, he's a bit on the older side. Come on, don't be so hard on him.
I don't mind helping out with things like this per se. Not at all. The problem is that this guy somehow earns 3 times as much as I do. 3 times! And you know what's worse? The real bosses gives this guy credit for work that I do.
Hey, cringe, that report you sent me yesterday was an absolute banger. I forwarded it to the executives and they loved it. They even gave me a raise.
Yes, I've been swatted before.
Look, this is my brand new car. All thanks to you.
You piece of shit.
In fact, I got swatted at the 2006 Mountaineer before I was competing. There was a guy named Keith Jones that kept sending pizzas and shit to my door.
Well, looks like the copier doesn't work again. And
I'm actually glad that fat fuck is dead. He's been dead for like 15 years. I hated that guy. If you guys wanted to know one of my mortal enemies, it isn't Vegan Gains, it's Keith Jones and Derek Anthony. Those are my only 2 real mortal enemies, and Vince Basile. Those are my only 3 mortal enemies that I've ever actually had in bodybuilding. Nobody else, not Vegan Gains, not Dubs or anything. But the one person that I hated more than anyone else was Keith Jones. And you can ask anyone on Get Big that.
There's only one person who knows how to fix it. Who? That would be Bill.
He's been dead for 15 years and I still want to strangle him.
From the 3rd floor.
Every time I think about Keith Jones, I just think about just strangling him.
Find him, but be careful. He's kind of known as the I'm about to lose.
I mean, if I knew his ashes were thrown in the Pacific Ocean, sometimes it makes me, I would actually go out to the Pacific Ocean, and if those ashes were floating around, I would piss on them. That's how much I hated Keith Jones.
Who's my mind guy?
Why is he called that?
Because he's always one tiny mistake away from going insane. Go talk to him.
Hey, Bill. Sorry to bother you, but the copier isn't working.
Yeah, sure. One more thing for Bill. Sure, I can handle it because Bill always helps. Ask Bill. Ask Bill. Sure, he's nice. God, can I please ask for 5 minutes of me working alone, not 6?
The Hodge twins are niggers. They're Uncle Tom niggers. That's what they are.
Not 10, not an hour, 5. I'm about to absolutely lose it for everyone to see.
Damn, he looks rough.
Yep, he's a sad case of what the corporate world can turn you into.
But what happened to him?
Well, legend has it that he helped set up someone's password 4 years ago. After that, everyone started handing him tasks. Since then, he's been stressed out of his mind. These days, he's always hunching around from meeting to meeting. He's constantly in a bad mood and mutters things like,
"This place is a joke,"
or
"Next year, I'm out of here."
And I think he's beyond any recovery.
I hated Keith Jones more than anyone else in this world. Keith Jones is one of the people that I hated more than anything else. I hate him today. He's been dead for 15 years, and I still hate that guy.
Asked if I could help him out once, but he said,
It's fine. I'll do it, just like I do with everything else at this company.
He keeps talking about, and I quote,
getting the hell out of this godforsaken place.
But so far,
I forgot about John Romano. Not really Don Long. Don Long threatened me, but I forgot about John Romano. But I don't hate him anymore. Like I said, we cut our differences, so... Like I said before, arguing for like almost 25 years, I mean, it just gets old after a while, folks.
It hasn't happened. Every workplace has a bill. There you have it, folks. The most annoying coworkers imaginable. Now, go to the comment section of this video and inform me on which ones I left out.
Thanks.
The issue started basically with the PDI Federation there.
Your boss can...
See, Wayne DeMilita used to run what's called the Night of Champions. And he ran into some trouble with the IFBB. He left and started his own division. And Keith actually blamed me for ruining it by... I told other athletes that you would be blackballed if you went into it, and he feels for some reason or other that I lost him money, and that accumulated into 3 years of just pure hatred. I mean, he would just say some of the most vile things, call my mom up, troll, swatting, everything, literally. I mean, he would just do that stuff. Keith Jones took a couple of years off of my life arguing back and forth with them, and this was every day for years.
Asking challenging questions. You're cool with that? All right, so here we are with the gentleman. What's your name? Hector. Hector's
I'm gonna speed this up a bit.
Again, hat, and he's got the flag going here. So why'd you decide to come out here? Because of his policies. Give me a second. Secure border? So if you wanted a secure border, why didn't you tell people not to pass the bill that was a bipartisan bill between Democrats and Republicans?
A lot of bills don't even get read. If you look into it, it would legalize already illegals that are here illegally.
So it's not perfect, I agree with you.
But see, the thing is as soon as we have to be a nation of...
They speak too fast. I'll have to just go regular speed. It was all about the PDI. It's a long story.
Law and order.
He also ripped off a lot of people. Dave Palumbo hated Keith Jones more than I did. A lot of people hated... Keith Jones was a fucking snake in the bodybuilding industry.
We have to decide that.
Okay, so
I wasn't the only one that hated his guts. He was a scam artist.
For a nation of law and order, why would you want a 34-count felon to be the president of the United States?
He was charged. It wasn't a felony to begin with. They raised it. It was a misdemeanor.
But that's your legal opinion.
No, that is still a fact.
Okay,
they
so
raised
how
it
is
to
he
a felony,
right?
So they can imprison him.
Who's
Simple
that?
as that.
Who's that?
The power, the true power.
Who is the true power?
The true power, globalism.
So a judge and a jury.
You want to go down the power line? Have you heard of the council?
No, but I've heard of a judge and a jury. You've heard of a judge and a jury?
Yes.
Okay. So a judge and a jury convicted him on 34 counts. So I understand your opinion that you don't think it was fair, and you don't think it was a felony.
It should have been. Okay.
So you're entitled. Understood.
Should have stayed at misdemeanor. Should have been.
So I take your point that you don't believe it should have been a felony. However,
it wasn't.
Okay, but in your
it wasn't.
In your opinion,
it's not. It's a fact.
Okay,
it was a misdemeanor.
I understand. Okay,
now all of a sudden it became.
What about all the other
district attorneys across the country?
The woman? Well, guess what, Mrs. Jones, and I'm going to respectfully answer it. I was in Las Vegas where there were over. So a jury.
And next video. Sorry, Ryan, that one's a little bit boring there, so, yeah. Not only that, I could barely hear them over the wind neither, so.
Come on in here. Let's have a conversation. How you doing? Sure.
Now I can hear this one a lot better.
You're innocent? Sure. Well, I don't think I have. I don't know you, sir. I don't know if I have to. You're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Do we agree on that?
Camera's right here, by the
Okay,
way.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Here, I can go.
Do we agree with that? Let's start there, hopefully where we agree. You're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we agree on that. Trump has 3 more indictments on the way. Would you agree with me that whether you disagree with the outcome, Donald Trump is a 34-count convicted felon? Can we agree on that?
That depends on your perspective.
My perspective is I trust the jury and our justice system,
You trust
and I
the-
respect it, even though I might not agree with it. Like, for example, OJ...
Okay, I've got
yeah.
a question for you. No, OJ was guilty. Okay, OJ...
Trump's indictment was kind of odd there. The stuff that they basically turned a misdemeanor into a felony. It should have all been charged as a misdemeanor to begin with.
He's guilty, but he had... Excuse me, let me finish. OJ was guilty. The evidence was overwhelming. His attorneys were able to... He had great attorneys.
He was liable for double murder.
Right, he was liable
But
for
you didn't
it.
answer my question, to be fair. Is Donald Trump, even though you might disagree with it, I would imagine you do, and you have the right to, is Donald Trump a convicted felon?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, I respect you being honest.
How...
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how payoffs and things like that are
Sure, I can
illegal.
answer that. Sure.
How are they illegal?
I can answer that.
Please.
So if you falsify business records, which he clearly did, that was, well, you can laugh, but it's still against the law.
It's against the law.
It's against the law.
Is it a felony or a
Yes.
misdemeanor?
Yes, it is a felony according to the state of law.
Show
And
me.
what do you mean, show you?
Show me. You
look at
have
the
a cell phone?
Look at the counts.
That's what the court's document says.
I'm not making that up.
Felony counts.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's forget about the criminality of Donald Trump.
The criminality.
Let's forget about that. Let's assume he's not a criminal. No, wait. Hear my
Seriously,
question.
the
What about the
criminality.
behavior? What about the behavior?
The behavior?
Yeah.
Okay,
What about the
that's his behavior. He's basic New Yorker.
A basic
If
New
you've
Yorker
ever- if
cheats
you've
on his
ever
wife
met-
2 weeks
Are
after
you-
his wife has a
are
child.
you kidding? Are you kidding?
A basic New Yorker has 30 women accusing him of sexual assault or rape. A basic New Yorker, sir.
Are you going to lecture me or allow
Well,
me
you
to
said
respond?
basic New
Are you
Yorker.
going to
I'm
allow
from
me
New
to
York. That's
respond?
offensive. I know you
You're
wouldn't
from
believe it.
yeah, I don't believe
Manhattan.
it. The Celtics.
Yeah. Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm the liar.
So
but
basically,
I understand.
Men and women, basically, men and women cheating are different because a man,
Okay. I'll give you
especially
that.
if he has the resources like Trump,
Sure.
can get a plethora of women and sleep with them and
So let's-
not feel anything.
For argument's
A
sake, I'll
man-
agree with you.
Wait, can I actually?
Well, it's only a few minutes, KCB. You're good.
And a woman is more, let's say, physical or they're more emotionally attached.
Understood. But what about sexual abuse and sexual assault?
Sexual
He's found
abuse.
liable for sexual abuse in a
Liable.
courtroom, a jury of his peers.
So there's no type of bias.
So
There's no type of political bias.
would you say the
in
same
New
thing
York.
if Hunter Biden is convicted? Would you say it's political
There's
bias?
actually evidence.
So you don't think the jury saw evidence in that E. Jean Carroll case and made a decision based on that?
They made a decision based on a number of different things. You know, they,
Okay,
they
so
were
we
given
agree- we
weird
agree to
instructions.
disagree. I understand.
And
Yeah.
they're given strange instructions. You know, you can't see the physical instructions. Well, you'll just have to memorize them.
He never
and
said you
things
can't
like
see
that.
physical instructions. That was never given to the judge. The judge never said that in the court. A jury of his peers. Now, even if you disagree with that, let me ask you another question. I don't respect John McCain because he was captured, Donald Trump said, who dodged the military 3 times. What would you say about a man who served in our military honorably and was a POW for 5 years, and then the guy who dodges the military 3 times says, I don't respect you because you were captured? Don't you think that's beneath the presidency to make a statement like that? By the way, he said it on video. You've heard it. I know you have. Don't you think that's a despicable statement to make? Or to be talking about women's looks, or attacking Gold Star families, or attacking Ted Cruz's wife for her looks, and having nicknames for everybody that disagrees with you, saying he wants to rip up parts of the Constitution?
Frankly, I don't care what he does as long as his policies benefit me. I could afford a lot of things. My salary now should be able to afford all of my bills.
Which policy are you referring to?
Most of his economic policies.
Which economic policy?
Which economic policy? I'm not going to get specific because I don't remember.
Are you middle class?
Excuse me. We're having a conversation, please.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm middle class.
Okay, so just real quick,
I'm not going to inject race into this, obviously, because I'm sure you guys do enough of that. I'm surprised you haven't asked me if Trump, some of his statements were racist.
Why did he have the whitest administration in the history of this country?
Oh, wow. See, I knew that was coming.
Well, you're the one who just brought up race.
I knew if I said something about it, it was coming.
Well,
I would say both Biden and Trump. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the economy and things how we're going. I had never seen my 401k grow as quickly as it had. So if Trump is a deplorable person,
Well, he is. Yes, he is.
I could care less.
You could care less.
Biden is not doing anything, well, not for for Americans.
Can I give you some stats and maybe we can discuss that if
Your,
you'd like?
your stats are inflated. My wife is waiting for me.
I
I'd
didn't
love
even-
to stay here with you.
I didn't even give you a stat, and you just assumed that the stat that I was going to give you was inflated. Did Trump win the 2020 election?
If Joe Biden is the most popular president in history.
Most votes, yeah.
Really? The 44th, he's the 44th, oh no, 44th, I'm sorry, the 46th. He was the 44th white man to be elected. He's more popular than Barack Obama.
Okay, but did he win? Was Donald Trump more popular than Barack Obama?
I think Brian lost. Oh boy. Nothing like 3 white guys jumping on 1 black guy. I mean, seriously. I don't even...
This last election wasn't about the price of eggs, gas, the cost of living. The moment that this...
Ryan, too much political stuff there, man. Ah, we got something here. You alright, Ryan? I mean, I don't mind playing one MAGA video for politics, but politics, for me, you know, it gets a little homogenous after a period of time. For me personally, I can only put up with so much MAGA and left and right wing and stuff like that. You know, I always want to keep this minty, bodybuilding, and educational there, you know. I mean, it's good to discuss politics here, but for me, I have to have everything in place to where I'm going back and forth with different subjects here. Now, I didn't really comment on the corporate video, the very first one. Fact of the matter is, stuff like that just doesn't exist anymore. Most people work at home nowadays. That type of environment was in the early 2000s and 90s and 80s. That type of environment doesn't exist anymore, especially for me. I work at home, so I don't have to deal with gossip or anything like that anymore. He wasn't wasted. He was just tired. I mean, he's probably on the clean, too, especially 12 days out. When you're dieting for a show, when you're close to the show, you are constantly exhausted. You're worn out. And then you just got to push through it.
Let's go, baby. Beat them up. Come on, hit it. Yeah, baby. Come on, y'all. 2, good one. 3, good. 4, good. 5, one more, dog. 6, good.
See, this is real bodybuilding. No bodybuilder does this type of stuff anymore. Just all machines and stuff. They're not doing real lifting.
Pretty tight, baby.
Sadly not, Ryan. They don't train like this, so it's always nice to see some stuff like this.
1, yeah, baby, come on. 2, come on. Come on. 3, one more, dog. 4, 5, one more. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Hey, last week, the week before, man. Come on.
Now he's got the wrist straps on because he's going to do 5 plates.
Big weight here. Stay focused, stay tight. Come on, Mr. Romo. Yeah! Come on, Kevin. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, baby. Hit it. Hit it, baby. Hit it. Hit it. Good. Good. There you go.
That is just straight crazy.
Yeah. Hey, we did that 6 times. I'm talking good. Good. Got it, man. Come on. Do this one short, California. Come on. Come on, man. Yeah, you got it, baby. Come on.
I mean, that's like literally 500 pounds right there.
Come on, come on. Come on, baby. There you go. Yeah, man.
Now he's doing strip sets.
Come on, dog.
That is just insane right there.
Easy, baby. Hey.
See, if bodybuilders lifted like that, they would look a whole lot better. Look at the level of intensity he's got. This is why he looks so great on stage. Any of the 90s bodybuilders, they would literally smoke the bodybuilders today. Smoke them. The free weights, Ryan. Always the free weights. Free weights hit every single last muscle because you have to use every single last muscle to steady the weights. Now he's doing strip sets again.
All that. Still doing 15 left. 315. Nice.
Cuban came back? Why? He's already streamed. He's done.
Come on. One. Bring it forward. More to the chest. 2. There you go. 3. Good. Another. Put your chest line. 4. There you go. Chest line now. 5. Come on. I feel it. I know you feel it. Doing it right. 6. There you go. You're going to breathe it far enough. 7. Come on. There you go.
This is 1998.
8. Come on. 2 more. 2 more, baby. 2 more.
According to the video, so it pretty much matches it because he's bald.
Good. Get a camera shot. Get a camera shot. You felt it that time, didn't you, Chuck?
5'11". 5'11 or 5'10". Straight up legend. All right. Oh, almost forgot. I had to take that out. Well, Quick Pump, obviously not the modern day bodybuilders. They have the blueprint. They know what they need to do, but nobody really trains hard anymore. I guess that's why, I mean, Sam Sulek, he trains pretty hard, so I would give him the exception to it, but most bodybuilders, for the most part, are lazy.
Jake Paul's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's not training at the local YMCA. He's a boxer. He's not that same kid. That's why I keep telling those MMA guys. Every time they tell me, I got a chance to fight Jake Paul. I'm like, man, don't do it because
he boxes. That's what he does.
He's a boxer. You're not a boxer.
No.
Like my friend Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Ben never could wrestle. He could never box. He is a wrestler. Tyron Woodley. I was so sad when Tyron Woodley kept losing to him.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley should have never boxed because he's not a boxer. He's an MMA fighter. So, yeah.
I love T Wood, man. Jake Paul tried to mess with me for a while.
Daniel Cormier, I'll beat the fuck out of your fat ass too.
Well, that's Daniel Cormier you're talking about. He's a legend, man.
Beat the fuck out of him.
Until I went up to him in Orlando. I was at the commentary desk,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. He in the back making faces at me. I took my headset off. I put it down. I got up, walked right to where he was in the stand. Went right in his face and I said, man, I don't play. I said, stop playing with me. His bodyguard, yeah, we won't do nothing. I said, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you too.
I mean, we have the potential, folks, of seeing him in the ring with, oh yeah, definitely. But he still got knocked the fuck out there, KCB. He should have never got in. And it's simply due to the fact that he's an MMA fighter. He's not, you see, Jake is being very select. It's like Ben. They're mostly wrestlers there. They're not boxers. There's a big difference between most of them. Tyrone and them, they were mostly wrestlers. They weren't really so much as boxing. There is a boxing element in MMA, but most of it is just groundwork there, you know.
I see a lot of videos for women on YouTube on how to get a so-called hourglass body, wider hips and bigger breasts, essentially. They will tell you to work out, do plastic surgery, go on unnatural diets, and so on. All of this is bullshit. There's one solution to all of your problems: pregnancy. The reason you look the way you look is because you did not get pregnant right after you started menstruating.
And here we go again with one of these legendary...
Menstruation is literally your body, nature, God, if you're religious, telling you to have children now. Not doing that is exactly the same as not eating meat and fat when you are hungry. It completely goes against your body's needs and senses, and you will be naturally punished for it. And in this case, you are punished with your looks. Every woman on earth that did not get pregnant when she was supposed to now looks different than she should, which means that most women in Europe and North America don't look the way they are supposed to. Do you understand how big of a deal this is? Almost every woman that walks past you in everyday life doesn't look the way she is naturally supposed to. The looks are one thing, but there's a much bigger problem that most women have no clue about. Your body stops growing at around the age of 18. Growth is not only your height, your body goes through a lot of changes, and one of them is that it tightens and stays that way for life. This is a huge problem for women in the West today. You've probably been told all of your life that childbirth is very painful, right? It actually isn't, but it is for most women in the West.
Where does he get... I mean, he doesn't know anything about this here.
And that's because they give birth almost 15 years too late. You have to understand that from nature's perspective, you are seen as a loser, and that's why you will be punished with pain. This is why you have to give birth when you are young and flexible. Your hips will widen very easily when giving birth. And you won't have to go through those painful contractions that women who give birth at an unnatural age go through. Your hips will stay that way and make all of your future births just as easy, whereas those women can even risk bleeding to death when they give birth. Again, this is a natural punishment for going against nature. You won't have stretch marks, your breasts will be much bigger, because you will be pregnant while you are going through puberty, which is how it's supposed to be. It will give you an extra boost, so to speak. This is how you actually naturally get an attractive body as a woman. Of course, you have to still eat natural food to be well developed and have an easy birth. You can't eat cookies and pasta and expect to have an easy childbirth, no matter how young you are. Genes obviously also play a role, and some women simply do have different body types. The media teaches women to be promiscuous. The schools teach them to use protection. And the families usually don't even get involved today. They don't have a strong father figure to lead them or to teach them anything. Back in the day, we did not document our birth dates as we do now. Most people didn't know how old they are because naturally it's irrelevant. On the day a girl got her first period is usually when she lost her virginity and got impregnated. Nobody cared about her exact age because it didn't matter up until today. I'll give you some examples. In Spain, 20 years ago, the age of consent was 12. It was changed to 16 some years ago. In Italy and Germany, it was also 12 for ages. In Italy, it is 14 now. Not that much has changed there. In Canada, up until 2008, it was also 14. Artificial marriages with a contract usually happen between the ages of 9 and 12 all around the earth. A bit over 100 years ago, the age of consent in the United States was 7 to 12 years, depending on the state. In 1920, after World War I, it was changed to 16 to 18, all of a sudden. That's also when women started working and sending their children to kindergarten. All of a sudden, the children were in the hands of the government. Everything started going downhill 100 years ago. It was like a great reset. Nowadays we have mind control programs such as To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it.
How do we go from menstruating to catch a predator? I just don't get that.
And get caught for wanting to sleep with 15-year-old girls. Yet in Europe, the age of consent is 14 to 15 in most countries. And that's simply because even the governments here understand that no matter how old you are as a guy, you would have to be severely mentally ill not to find a 15-year-old girl attractive. Yet in the United States, you are seen as a monster for
I'm just going to keep going with this video. I'm not even going to answer that.
for having a natural attraction, even though that's only 1 year away from 16, which is legal in a lot of states. It's a
I will never be attracted to anyone that's 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18, or 19. Ever. You know why, folks? Because children smell, alright? Children have some sort of funky odor to them. High school kids, they have a funky, smelly odor to them. I can't... What is wrong with him?
man-made number, and most importantly...
I mean, I'm sorry, but kids smell. I will never be attracted to anything that is as young, okay? It just won't happen. The last time I dated someone that was 15 years old was when I was 15 years old. Because I smelled just like one of those 15-year-old kids.
In nature, you would never be able to tell if a girl is 15 or 16. Yet people still get prison sentences for sleeping with 15-year-old girls. But it's totally fine if she turns 16.
God damn it, I can tell if someone's 15 or 16, you nasty motherfucker.
The next day. Absolutely ridiculous. Women in nature don't work. Yes, they may gather food or do some chores here and there, but that's about it. Men do all of the heavy work. And that's because biochemically, we actually enjoy it. You as a woman do not want to work, and you most certainly do not enjoy working out or doing any kind of sports. Hormonally, it completely goes against your biochemistry. The more you work out, the more infertile you get. You would be a million times happier having a peaceful life, taking care of your children and your husband. A large amount of the time, you would be pregnant, and that alone would make you want to rest, besides running the...
I know, right, Chuck E. Cheese? I just can't stand the smell of children. You know what I mean? They just have they just smell bad, you know? They just smell.
The risk of a miscarriage if you would lift anything heavy. Women nowadays sleep around and then they later realize that they want to have a family and a husband who is loyal and respects them. Snap out of it. Deep down, every man is going to see you as used up. Don't complain about it. Realize that you fucked up and try to make the best out of it. Let's break all of this down and take the US as an example. As a teenager, you sleep around. Already when you've had 2 to 3 partners, the likeliness of you ever being able to pair bond is close to impossible. You are not allowed to naturally marry anybody who is older than you, who may be strong enough to take care of you, but you are allowed to sleep with other teenagers who watch porn and will drop you as soon as they have used you. This is where all of these damaged girls come from. You are not even allowed to artificially marry anybody with a contract before the age of 18. This is insane and inhumane because they make it impossible for girls to have stable relationships or to create a functioning family. You may have so-called relationships that even last a few years, but all of them will break in the end because of this. Essentially, it is illegal to have a family in the United States of America. I'm not kidding. This is what the New World Order is all about. China is a good example of it. The age of consent is 18, and to marry anybody, you have to be 20 as a woman and 22 as a man. This is basically 10 years too late and guarantees a 99% family failure rate.
So many levels of wrong.
I assume that the age of consent will be 8.
I think someone needs to call Chris Hansen. I forgot all.
18 to 20 in the NWO, if there even will be any. Essentially, there won't be such a thing as a family.
What he's talking about is it's better to be a PDF file, in other words.
This is all part of the depopulation agenda. You believe that you are being oppressed as a woman, when in reality, the liberation is the oppression.
I've had enough of this. I'm not even going to play the rest of this shit. I'm just not. Weirdo. I mean, look at his cup. Even his cup is weird. This is why he has a lot of views for, is because of this stuff.
Things that people sort of know about, but they don't really talk about. Or they don't really think about, or whatever, because
he is indeed creepy. Fuck is wrong with him? I would honestly say methamphetamines there, KCB.
So you let us bring a camera or two to your place here to talk to you about basketball. Why do you want to share what you're thinking about basketball?
I'm getting flagged already that early. That's NBC for you, folks. You can't play that one, none. Sorry. But we can play some Tefano stuff. Let's see what he's got. Man, that happened just as quick as the as when I was playing the Ocho Cinco videos. Anything that has Michael Jordan in there, they just start. I'm like, God, oh mercy. I wish YouTube would. I mean, here's the thing, folks. If you publish videos on YouTube, it should be free for me to critique or so forth. It really should be. But it isn't. And I hate that, you know.
I'm making this quick introduction video for my new TikTok account because I keep...
Oh God, you're gonna go back on TikTok again.
...getting taken down. And some of you might know me as Frank Tefano.
Yo Vince, I never put in a video. Someone's trolling.
Thanks for letting me know, None. Let's see who that is. But I definitely appreciate the donation. They seem to troll you a bunch there, so. Or troll me, so. Yeah, I have a good idea who it is. Ryan, when Truth comes back, ban him. Just go ahead and just ban him for the rest of the evening. In fact, I'm going to do it myself. Because I know it was him that did it.
I started making health and nutrition videos back in 2019 on YouTube when I made the decision to do that, to try to help people instead of
I already know who did it there, None, now that I think about it, so.
Going to Los Angeles to pursue my dreams as an actor. And ultimately I stick through it. Became known for like doing the carnivore diet, a lot of new things in the health and nutrition community.
I definitely appreciate the donation.
Today were started by me, like the importance of glass bottle mineral water. I really popularized stuff like grounding, EMF protection, a lot of dietary stuff like anti-nutrients and vegetables. But the point of me bringing that up is I had a lot of novelty ideas. People started copying them, trying to sell products.
He complains about suing TikTok, but yet here he is doing TikTok again.
Using my information and research, and that really led to a lot of blowback, a lot of lawsuits. You know, these big, powerful people trying to silence me, which meant a lot of negative things in my personal life. And you know, I got kicked out of my house by my family. I suffered a lot at the hands of these people, and even with all the negative things going on, you know, I had tried to start a business from this health and nutrition stuff. They even had this like secret guy pretend to be my business partner and try to sabotage me. A lot of negative things happened. So I was really not in a great spot before even getting this eye surgery. And I thought it was something that would cheer me up and make me feel better. But I mean, you'd really have to watch like years and years and years of my YouTube videos to know my full story. But then I got this eye surgery back 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago, which completely ruined my face and destroyed my life. And, you know, I went from being this health and nutrition influencer that, you know, people looked up to for advice, to be healthy. You know, I mean, I still have very unique health and affordable, very unique health and nutrition products that are not only, you can't get them anywhere else. I also try to make everything affordable. That's why I haven't made a ton of money. I still have that stuff. I still have my businesses, guys. But I haven't really been able to do social media and YouTube anymore. I don't want to be on camera.
For someone that can't do YouTube anymore, he sure does a lot of YouTube videos.
Because of my appearance, and I spend, you know, 16 to 18 hours a day lying in bed with chronic migraines, and I can't really do anything anymore because when I do, it triggers those migraines and those headaches. So, you know, people say, oh, just go to back, focus on your business, as if I wasn't getting harassed in the first place, and as if my life wasn't completely ruined by this doctor. So my only goal now, and the only thing I can really do is hope I get compensated by this doctor.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, seriously, whatever. So tired of this guy.
Google is one of the main culprits in causing people to be botched. Google is arguably as guilty as these doctors that are mutilating people's faces, because Dr. Taban has a 4.7 star rating on Google with over 400 reviews, yet me and many other patients know he probably has 400 more reviews that Google has taken down that would take his rating well below 2 stars, and no one would ever think, even consider, of getting surgery with him after hearing the hundreds of bad experience and dozens of absolute horror stories committed by this doctor. I filed a lawsuit against Google myself, explaining what happened, showing this evidence. I mean, I guarantee it's going to go nowhere. These evil people control the court system, and they don't care about anything besides themselves. If you're not in their club, you're worthless. Your life does not mean anything to them.
You know, he needs to really be careful on suing Google, because Google owns YouTube, and they can just as easily just take down his channel. But they probably don't, because they think he's a joke there to begin with.
So a lot of American ranchers are crying like a bunch of sissies because they've been printing money for the past year or so, and this Argentina thing seems to be putting that to an end. However, as someone who is usually ahead of business trends but gets screwed over, I heavily looked into purchasing Argentinian beef about 2 years ago. I ended up getting scammed more than once by
no surprise you got scammed.
By these companies that would just take deposits from Americans and never ship out the meat. And these were legitimate Argentinian beef companies. I reached out to every single one of them. I could not even purchase Argentinian beef. I don't know what the reason was. I'm assuming that USDA would just not let it through customs. I'm assuming this is all like controlled stuff. And that's the issue with getting anything from a foreign country. I tried to order Wagyu beef. U.S. Customs let it sit and rot for a month, and I'm still out $20,000. That's a whole big...
Well, it's a sign of the times. I mean, the forums are pretty much a dead duck. You notice that I'm not on Get Big that much neither, and I don't even really post up there anymore. I mean, we're in the social media era, you know. Forums are, I mean, if you look at rxmuscle.com, they don't even have a forum site anymore.
Big lawsuit still going on, but that's another story. My point is, anything international is controlled. So the reason we haven't been importing Argentinian beef before is that these people who control the markets didn't want it. So whatever they plan on doing now, whether it's actually allowing the meat to go through, reducing the import fees or taxes on the beef, whatever that is, I still don't think it's likely that it's going to be much more affordable, because there are plenty of countries that have been importing large amounts of beef to the United States, and it's an open market. As I said earlier, U.S. isn't the only place that buys beef. China buys a lot of beef. You know, if anything, China is willing to pay more for Argentinian beef than the U.S. is. There just might be a better...
I think we should be supporting U.S. farmers rather than Argentinian beef there, but that's my opinion.
Better logistics shipping operation. Unlike Australia and New Zealand and those countries that are shipping beef from there to China, which is a very efficient trade route, well, at least in comparison to Argentina to China, Argentina's more viable trade route, just like Brazil has been doing for a while, is shipping to the Americas. It's much closer, and in some cases it can be even transported ground, although most of the time it is sent via air or sent via cargo container. So I don't think this is really going to change much, and even if it does, you know, who's going to be distributing this beef? It's most likely the big players, JBS, Cargill, Tyson Foods, Midwestern, whatever they're called. It's just the big four beef guys are going to be the ones getting the Argentinian beef anyway.
Like I said before, I'm going to support my U.S. farmers all the time over Argentine. I don't even... There's got to be more to it than Trump wanting to get Argentinian beef. I just don't know what it is. I mean, I really don't.
This is a German-made straight racer made for sale by a barber supply here in Brooklyn, New York. New York City.
I don't know what's going on with the video.
Trapani's best. Hold on.
What is going on with their camera?
Model A1. You can see the tang was blue, and there's some remnants of the red.
KCB, what's going on with your camera, bruh?
Paint still in the tang. It's the grinds. Trapani, Sons, Brooklyn, New York.
You have to be very careful when you close this razor, because when it's getting near the closing point, the razor gets quite wobbly. You can hit the scale, so if you're not careful when you're closing it. And it's quite sharp at present. So anyway, Trapani's best, A1. And that's it.
It's a nice razor. KCB, do you shave with that? I mean, I don't mind shaving with a safety razor, but a straight razor is... I mean, I could shave with one, but I'm really scared of doing it, you know. Just simply because it takes an incredible amount of skill set. It's alright. We get the gist of things here, KCB. You shave with straights. It just requires a lot of skill set for me. But I mean, I know people that are afraid of using a safety razor. We're in such a disposable society. I'm glad that I switched to a safety razor. I'm saving a ton of money on using the safety razor. I still keep my Mach 3s to get some slight trims around here and up here, and that's about it. That's nothing. I get a much smoother shave with I don't get ingrown hairs like I did before with my safety razor. So it's cured up any, those bumps and stuff.
Okay, I guess I'm Mike's friend. He's not here. So, Dr. Mike, first of all, I hope that you're being like tongue-in-cheek, kind of humorous. Otherwise, I fear either for your eyesight or your mental health. Because obviously your physique's nowhere near Mike Mensa, even with all the PEDs that you're taking, that you estimate will take 10 years off your life. Well, maybe you need to ask yourself whether it's worth it, mate, because a bag of shit that gets bigger is just a bigger bag of shit. Still a bag of shit. You know what I mean, mate?
Oh, let's play that again one more time.
Okay, I guess I'm Mike's friend. He's not here. So, Dr. Mike, first of all, I hope that you're being like tongue-in-cheek, kind of humorous. Otherwise, I fear either for your eyesight or your mental health. Because obviously your physique's nowhere near Mike Mensa, even with all the PEDs that you're taking, that you estimate will take 10 years off your life. Well, maybe you need to ask yourself whether it's worth it, mate, because a bag of shit that gets bigger is just a bigger bag of shit. Still a bag of shit. You know what I mean, mate?
What's Mike gonna say? What's Mike Isratelli? How is he gonna rebut someone like Dorian Yates? You just can't. He's just gonna have to sit there and take it. Quick Pump, are you scared of the safety razor or the straight razor? Straight razor, I can shave with one if I had to do it, but I get a little. There's just a lot less room for error for something like that. It just is. And if you're not too careful, you could really fuck yourself up pretty bad with it.
Was coming. You know how he loves to brag to the police because he thinks this is going to help? He tells them, I'm rich as...
Yeah, we played this yesterday, actually. KCB. We played that yesterday on Happy Hour. But at the end of the day, he is a dumbass. Still minty.
Genetics. Genetics is 1,000,000 times more important than people will ever understand when it comes to bodybuilding.
You know, I miss Rich Piata. He was such a cool guy. And why are... Oh, that's just the quality of it. It's shitty, but oh well.
And saying that, when it comes to anything in life, genetics is one of the most important aspects. A quick example is if you're 5'2" and you want to be a professional basketball player, guess what? You're not going to be a professional basketball player. Sorry. You know, you got dealt a fucked hand and you're not going to be a basketball player. And it's the same with bodybuilding. Some guys are given incredible genetics as far as their structure, their capability.
Quick pump, I mean, you shouldn't be scared of a safety razor. Now, you are going to nick yourself a couple of times, but once you get used to the safety razor, it's just as easy as using any other razor. I use a King Gillette safety razor, similar to what my Uncle George used to use whenever I was growing up. So, but, you know, try one out, though, you know. Like I said, get some of that nick liquid or so forth if you get nicked, but you just need to practice with it a little bit and get used to it, and then you're fine. I'm just going left and right. I can now just like with it. Now, with my King Gillette, I did originally get nicked because I hadn't used a safety razor in like almost close to 2 decades, you know, literally.
Ability of putting on muscle, their joints, their muscle bellies, how full they are, where they attach, how long they are, how short they are, how small their waist is. This is all genetics given by God. These are things you can't necessarily change. If you have shitty genetics, there's not much you can do. You can become the best that you can become. But to become the #1 bodybuilder in the world, it's probably not going to happen. And a lot of times people with shitty genetics will look at people with incredible genetics and say, oh, yeah, he's taking steroids. Yeah, he's taking steroids. That's why he looks like that. You know, rather than understanding that.
He is right there. Genetics is key.
Genetics plays a huge role. I can be driving down the street in downtown LA and I can see a guy. I have to admit, it's usually a black guy is what I'm talking about. The reason I say that, he's digging in the garbage, looking for food. He's a bum. And when he stands up, he's got ripped abs, he's got pecs, he's got shoulders, and the guy is homeless.
That's because he's not eating much. It's low calorie. Plus, you have to remember he's homeless. He's walking around all the time, all day long. You know, of course he's going to be ripped.
The last thing on his mind is working out. And he's got a body better than 95% of the people in the world. I know people have been working out for...
Quick pump, it was really his lifestyle. That's what killed Rich Piana, just his overall lifestyle. You couldn't take all the stuff that he was taking, and he already knew he was going to die early. Doing all the stuff that he's doing. He said that numerous times. It's really his lifestyle that killed him.
12 years.
You know, you live fast, crash hard.
Taking drugs that don't look as good as him. And he's homeless. Like, seriously, he could do a photo shoot. Ripped abs, small little waist, little muscle bellies, like an incredible body. That's genetics. A lot of people will never understand genetics. It's very important. Just because somebody looks good, maybe they had great genetics. Anyone ever think about that? Let me give you a great example of genetics, okay? This is the best possible example. Some guys are born with a 2-inch dick, and some guys are born with a 12-inch dick. Okay, that's genetics. If you have the 2-inch dick, hey, sorry, you're fucked. You got screwed. I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing you can do, you know, but you're not going to look at the guy with the 12-inch dick and be like, oh, that's a fake dick. Oh, you're probably injecting silicone in it. No, motherfucker, he's just fucking got genetically blessed and you got jacked. But you know what? Maybe you're smart. Maybe you got a high IQ. Maybe he's a dumb shit. You know, everybody has their pluses and minuses. So not everyone is gifted to have an incredible physique. So people have to understand this aspect. I've known many people in the world that have been friends of mine that I know for a fact are not taking steroids, that have a physique that I can honestly say is as good, if not better, than mine. I've been taking steroids for 25 years. I am not so insecure and fucked up that I can't admit that somebody has a better body than me and does not take steroids. It's a fact. I've seen it. I know about it. And it exists. And anyone out there who sees someone better is always going to say, oh, yeah, that's because of this. That's because, no, motherfucker, it's because they work their ass off and because they have great genetics. And just because you ain't shit doesn't mean you have to take away from how great they are. And I'm getting a little off subject here, but genetics is the most important aspect of bodybuilding. And when you see a guy on stage, it's all a visual. It's small joints, full muscle bellies. It's an illusion. Sometimes they come off the stage and you're like, wait a minute, is that the same guy I just saw on stage? Because they're tiny in person. Because it's genetics. It's the bodybuilding illusion. It's having full muscle bellies, small joints so those muscles pop. Take Phil Heath, for instance. Phil Heath is the #1 bodybuilder in the world right now. Do I believe he should be the #1 bodybuilder in the world? Yes, I do. Phil Heath
has some great genetics. But he's packed up and gone there, you know, and I'm going to be honest with you. I like Derek Lunsford a lot, but the Olympia physiques are kind of shitty, to be honest with you. I mean, they really are. They're not really good.
Has an amazing physique. He has amazing body. Now, there's guys out.
I mean, Quick Pump, I'm not a hugger, you know. I would give him a fist bump, but I don't really do that hugging shit, you know. I'll hug my dad, I'll hug my mom, but, you know, hugging another man, it's kind of chummy there. I would have to, you know, it just, you know, I'm gay, but, you know, it's just, it's a little bit too chummy to hug someone. I give people daps, you know. I give them as that other lady on Fox said, I like giving a terrorist fist bumps, but I don't really do much hugging.
Out there who could stand next to him and dwarf him, make him look like a little boy. But bodybuilding is not about being the biggest. It's about genetics, aesthetics. It's about symmetry. There's a lot to it. And, you know, I'm a large individual. I enjoy being a large individual. I'm happy with the way I look. When it comes to stepping on a bodybuilding stage, a lot of people are saying, hey, Rich, you should hop on stage with the Mr. Olympia guys. You could easily beat them. Well, they don't understand bodybuilding. And I'm the first to admit that I don't believe I have the capabilities of competing with these guys on stage. I know this. And I'm here on camera telling people this because I'm secure enough to know this. I'm secure enough to admit this. And I'm fine with that. I'm happy with the way I look. I'm happy with my lifestyle. I'm happy with the way I live. I wish everybody could feel that way about themselves and be able to admit things, you know? And again, genetics is everything. And no matter how much steroids you take, you're never going to change your genetics. An example is if you have high calves, so your calves are high genetically, you got jacked in the calves, basically in calves you got screwed. There's nothing that you can do to make your calves longer. The muscle insertion cannot be changed.
Nope.
Steroids can't change it. Growth hormone can't change it. Insulin can't change it. Synthol can't change it. You cannot change the muscle insertion and the muscle shape and how long the muscle is. If you have short calves, they're never going to be huge. They won't. It's impossible. That's genetics. You have to have long calves in order to have a 22, 23-inch calf. And that goes along with every body part. So genetics is so important in bodybuilding. And I can see guys in the gym that weigh 190 pounds and I could say, wow, that guy looks incredible. And you know what my buddy will say? He'll be like, what guy? What are you talking about? That guy's fucking tiny, dude. What are you talking about? He's a fucking little pussy. And they don't understand the sport. They don't understand the body. They don't understand anything about bodybuilding. They have no concept. All they care about is big, 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 big. You know, big. I'm 280. I'm 280 pounds. Take your shirt off. Yeah, you look like a fat motherfucker. You look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no girl in the world is going to look at you and be like, oh my God, that guy's got the most amazing body. It's like a statue. It's just the way it's put to you. No, you look like shit.
You know, as much as his party lifestyle is, I've never been big on tattoos or Rich Piana's lifestyle, but he still has that, he still knows bodybuilding, you know, or did know. He's been gone for a while there, you know. It's been years.
You know, if you got a waist that's 40 inches, you're not a bodybuilder. You're not. I don't care what anyone says. In my book, you're not a bodybuilder. And to me, genetics is everything. And keeping your genetics the way they're supposed to be, not ruining them with drugs. There's certain drugs you take that will thicken the waist, you know, that will give you the steroid gut. My opinion is going that route is ruining your physique, ruining it. So I think I made my point clear how important genetics are. And for the record, I wasn't dealt the best genetics in the world. I've made do the best I possibly can with the genetics I was given. And I was aware of the things I needed to work on. You know, 20 years ago, I realized that my weak body parts needed to be brought up. And I would train my weak body parts 2 or 3 times a week. And my strong body parts, I would train once a week. And I had to do this for 20 years in order to bring my weak body parts up. My weak body parts were my arms and chest. Those were my weak. I had skinny ass arms and I had big ass legs and a big ass back. And I fucking hated the way I looked. I put on a t-shirt, the sleeves were baggy, the back was skin tight. I hated it. And, you know, it took me 20 years to overcome that.
With a lot of drugs there, with a lot of drugs. Have to say it wasn't worth it. Dave could sleep on Big Lenny's back. Hugs and pound twinks. Yeah. That's the only thing I really do there. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Next video. Quick pump. Got a couple of them from you here, so let's see what we got. I definitely can't play that one. I remember that one. That's a Telly Savalas from In Living Color. I will get torn to pieces with that. Anything from Fox or NBC? Yeah. That thing will just freeze up my video. I could probably get away with playing 20 seconds, but then they'll just cut the stream. So.
Okay. I guess I'm Mike's friend.
Oh, that's the... You put the same one up someone else did. That's cool. Oh, no, nothing to apologize for. If it was like 30 seconds or so, it'd be fine, so... It looks like we got everything in, so... let's see who's doing what here. Da, 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 da. Anyone catch Jay Master's stream from yesterday? Let me show you guys this here. I mean, look at Jay. Look how lean he is now. Does he not look a lot healthier than he did before?
Just there's civilians doxing people these days, so there's...
I mean, it's making me wonder whether he's gotten a hold of Ozempic or something.
Just so much easy fodder.
I'm wondering if he's gotten a hold of Ozempic or something, but man, he's really cutting down on the weight there. He really is. But you know, folks, you know what we got to do? One thing that we've not kept up with is this guy, Mr. Johnny Somali. Where's that attorney that does all that shit anyway? Ah, here we go. Mr. Legal Mindset. That's the name of his channel. He's doing something. Whatever he's doing, he's doing well. I'll be right back, folks. Gotta take a piss.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, had a small victory this week in a court case involving Youngman, a Korean streamer. We're going to get on that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, checking in from Bali, Indonesia, where I'm doing a little workcation, getting away from the hubbub and the drama and all the stuff going on in Thailand, just to have a nice peaceful experience where I can go out here and get some videos done. I will say over the next couple days, I'll be doing more fast facts as my internet connection and the adapter are too far away for streaming. So there's going to be a lot of fast facts coming out the next couple days. Hopefully you enjoy that. I'm rocking my nice tropical shirts this week. So you know we're going to be relaxing, making some fast facts. Hopefully you like the fast facts videos. You like this format. You like everything that's going on with the presentation. If you do, make sure you leave a comment below and we will try to get back to you and respond on that. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram and
thanks to whoever recommended the corrupted straight razor vid. What I would recommend doing if you're doing it from your phone or so forth, don't use the direct. I'm not sure if you use a direct to YouTube. You would want to download it separately and then load it.
and TikTok. We now have TikTok at the.legal.mindset. And you can follow me over there. We're doing a lot of shorts. We're doing a lot of other content. So I'm very excited with the team I have to support me now, which are doing an absolutely amazing job. That said, let's get right into the PP. Let's get right into the actual facts of this Somali quote-unquote win. And this definitely is something that needs clarification because there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of information. And not of anybody's fault, but because of some of the communication issues and some of the lack of understanding of the people presenting on this that don't understand what really happened here and how this is. It is a Somali win. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Once again, on the legal mindset, I'm very honest with you, one way or another. I may not like Johnny Somali, but it doesn't mean I'm going to lie about the law and pretend that he didn't come out of this better. So let's talk about what happened in this court case this week. So the next trial is, of course, still October 29th. So Johnny Somali's own trial, his trial, is still on October 29th. That is not changing. The witnesses are not changing. They still have 3 witnesses on the docket. Bong bong.
You know what? Let's do this instead. Let's play a classic.
330 pounds with veins and a horseshoe. Look at that. 330. Huh? Anybody want to send a comparable picture in? Dale Chance, whatever his name was, her name. How tall are you, Dale? If you're 280 at your height with veins, send in a picture. But I highly doubt. Look at that muscle maturity. 280, 330, 330. What are you looking at? You want some air? Serious notes, this is a pit. And all these names I've challenged, I'm not going to use your name anymore. You know why? Because it's a certain someone that's been incognito from my...
I'm not... I paused it at just the right time. You know, one thing I could always respect is that Lenny's always had some of the whitest teeth out there. I want to know how he got his teeth so white, of all things. he has the whitest teeth ever, you know.
Challenge, if you get my drift.
I've never seen the Eminence or in Shadow there, Chuck E. Cheese.
So get your fat tattooed rear end down here before minicamp. Because I got something for you. You bullying barfly, you. Come and bully me.
I am definitely not using a straight razor, KCB. If I was going to use one, I would use one with a guard on it.
I'm in the weight room just like you are. Thing is, you're out there going to clubs and all that and getting tattooed up, and I'm not. You think I'm going to let you beat my ass? Get your ass down here.
Shovels the goddamn food in his mouth. Nate, I don't know how the hell you do it, man. It's insane.
Nate, I don't know how the hell you have avoided me. And I hear some of you millions of misfit maniacs have been posting things like Lenny's lazy and Lenny's soft. Does this look soft to you?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Does this look soft to you? 3:30. Does that look soft? Huh? Does that look soft? See how soft this is? Where are you gutless challengers at? Does this look soft? Bigger than ever. It's growing. Real fucking soft and lazy, huh? 3:30. I didn't put on an ounce of fat.
What's your goal? What are you going up to?
700 pounds ripped. Look at that. Boy, am I right on the head. Look at that. What's it say?
It says 3:30.
Can they read out there?
It says 3:30.
3:32 with this. Huh? Send this picture to Phil Heath. 3:32. As you idiots can see, that's what happens when you lose muscle. And I technically don't have a guru coach. What's so funny over there? How dare you mock me?
It's your show after all. The Ruby.
Yes.
Change it to the Lenny Classic.
The Knuckles Deep Jason Classic. I just heard that story. That's funny.
Filled Lenny in. Lenny doesn't have a computer, and
I do. I use it at work. Porn-free computer. Unlike all you masturbatory maniacs out there. And when I say millions of viewers, you people laugh. You don't understand.
Quick pump. Practically everyone cramps backstage. It just happens. Even I cramped a little bit. It's because of the electrolytes here. When taking Durulix there, you drain out a lot of electrolytes, so it results in generally cramping. Some of it is mine. I did cramp, but it wasn't too noticeable. But sometimes it can get really bad. But that's the game is the game, basically.
In those third world countries, some of them may have a little phone or a little shitty computer, and there's 500 people looking at the Misfits. So, you got to add all that up, and that's where I get the million viewers at. I think ISIS has a bunch of closet porn addicts who I could do my own jihad. I'm going to find out who's looking at what, and I'm going to go over there and dish out some punishment. We're going to get a group together one day myself.
Mercenaries?
Yeah, you hypocritical porn addicts over there. You're not fooling anybody. He comes in there and dresses like Wonder Woman. Well, guess what, Jay? I'm bigger than you now. I'm going to be stronger than you. You can't take the comments, Jay. Boo-hoo. Too bad.
Todd, too. I haven't seen Todd here in over a month.
Another one.
He says the rumor is he's taken off because of a shoulder problem.
I think he committed suicide because nobody out there likes him. Who the fuck cares if somebody likes you? You eat, you lift, you sleep. If you're lucky enough, you can jerk off.
Exactly, Chuck E. Cheese. It just... I call it electrolytes, but pretty much, yes, sodium.
I want to have a talk with you.
Let's play the other one.
330.
You know, folks, when you have that notice up there, that means that that you done pissed off YouTube or something when you get that type of notice.
Boy, Ric Flair, it's Macho Man Rick Savagin. It's woo! Nature Boy Ric Flair. Just shipping and everything, $50. Signed by the Lord, it's sick himself.
That's right. You're the only one that's going to be signed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Stingy little. Oh, this is your new shtick?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Train smart, lots of reps. Hope Jay gets a speedy recovery.
I was really hoping you weren't going to show up today.
Unfortunately, you're cursed. You're cursed. The mummy returns.
The herpes of the fitness world. What the fuck are you doing?
Getting momentum.
What?
Getting momentum.
Did you do 5 reps?
I did 7, 6, whatever it was.
Just holding this stupid camera. Put some more jism in your hair this morning?
Yeah, put some more jizz.
Instead of eating it, you're putting it in
you
your
know
hair?
what I put?
Pick your head up. What is going on right here?
I have a disease, baby.
What is that, Jason?
A blotch.
What?
A blotch.
No, there's like little fucking specks on there.
I don't know.
Is it like cookie crumbs?
Yes, cookies. I ate cookies this morning.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What in the fuck?
I guess my mom's kind of smart. She doesn't want me to blow through my $350 grand because she thinks I'll blow it up on a whole bunch of stupid shit like.
Because you would.
Stupid cookers.
350 grand.
In the last 10 years, I've saved up.
What did I tell you about? You don't tell people the money you have or what you make. What the fuck is the matter with you? Plus, there's no way you have that much money.
No, yes there is.
Again, what is this, dude? What are you?
It's Titusing, Craig Titus.
Do a Rock'em Sock'em robot punch.
So, I got anywhere between 350 and 700,000, and Mom won't let me touch it because she's scared.
Anywhere in between 350 and 700.
Well, she won't let me see it. She's being a great. I know I've made around there, but the problem is, in the last 12 years, she won't let me touch it because she says, Jason, you blow it all on hookers and dumb shit. Dumb toys and lifesavers and all that crap.
That's right.
Yeah. Dumb dildos and all that shit.
Dildos, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your new fetish? You gonna have a dildo collection? You probably already do. That green one fit your ass.
It felt good.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder why people hate your ass. You sit here and brag about all this money you got.
Well, the problem is
Meanwhile,
my
you
mom won't let
fucking-
me spend it.
Meanwhile, you fucking get us to sign shit for you to sell, and you don't want to kick.
Well,
give
my
us anything.
mom's a cheap dickhead. We know
Oh,
that.
okay, now it's convenient to blame it on your mother.
Yes, blame it on MJ.
She's a cheap dickhead.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way to talk about your mother, Jason.
Unfortunately.
You're lucky she didn't abort your dumb ass.
Get rid of
You're a living abortion. Look at you, fucking tub of shit. What episode of Fatter by the Day is this? Now you're going to compete again, now you're not. And who the fuck do you think you are talking shit about people that work a 9-to-5 job? What's your reason behind that?
Because who wants
Where
to
did
work
you,
in
where
that
did you hear that?
That's my opinion. I listen to all Rich and the Famous shit.
What?
Life and Rich and the Famous from the 80s.
And they put down people that work a 9-to-5 job?
Yeah.
You think that's funny?
It's kind of cool, actually.
You're a fucking little shithead scam artist like you. To be honest with you.
Who cares?
Say that again, I'm smacking you. I promise you. Look at that muffin. Jesus, your belly's disgusting. Do you can't go past 5 reps?
I took a break.
Hold on. Dude, you need to shit. Oh, lift up your arm. Your fucking armpit hair is dreadlocked again. Jason, dude, you need to leave. You need to fucking leave. Do you wear deodorant?
Yeah.
No, you don't, because you smell really fucking bad.
York City.
You're disgusting. You really are gross. I don't even want to share equipment with you.
Yeah.
Go get some paper towel and that sanitizer. Yeah. Hurry the fuck up. Oh, wait, here. Yeah, okay. Why are you showing me your gross? You didn't brush this morning.
No,
There's
but I'll brush him this morning.
Fucking God, man. How's the girlfriend?
Moody as usual.
Moody as usual?
Yeah.
Jeez, I wonder why.
She's having her period.
How many?
No, I haven't texted her. She's just moody.
Shark Week.
She's having a shark period. Her mood swings, estrogen buildup.
What?
She's having her estrogen period buildup. Yeah, I'm
Maybe
sick.
she's just tired of you text. You probably text her 1,000
No, I
times a day.
texted her twice. She just just got moody. I guess she's having a bad time in her life. Just moody. Don't want to talk to
Did
anybody.
you just leave her alone and let her text you?
Yeah, I want to let her text me.
No,
a
you
week.
can't help
No,
yourself.
I haven't texted her since
Bullshit.
yesterday. I stopped. Fucking, I'm moving on.
I heard about the video. I didn't watch it yet. You and her, what, you take her out on her birthday or something?
Yeah.
You told her you loved her and she just said, oh, thank you. What did I just say to you?
Yeah, I know.
Stop doing that.
I know.
You say that whenever you don't want to answer a fucking question.
No, it's because she just...
Why are you telling
She's
me
been
about
moody
her,
lately.
Jason?
What can I say? These girls go through the fetishes. We all know that.
You're fucking friend zone. Don't you realize that?
I don't care.
Okay, good.
I don't give a fuck.
So don't call her your girlfriend then.
Yeah, call her. It's marketing. It's a marketing beta clicking shit.
It's a market, excuse me, what is
It's called beta clicking that fucking...
Beta clicking?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what does that mean?
Beta clicking means getting a girl on video and clickbaiting.
Clickbaiting.
Yeah.
So you use her for clickbait?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Wow. Truth comes out.
Yeah.
What, truth serum.
I don't give a fuck. Me and her just... That's okay.
So the videos with her in it, you get more views? Really? Nice. So just keep using her. Are you paying her or is she paying you?
She's paying me.
What?
Yeah, it's great.
Fucking scamming motherfucker, man. I gotta hand it to you, though. Hey.
I mean, you could tell that this is minty because look at the notice. I'm gonna enlarge this. Hold on. Just look at the notice here. It's later on to where this is where this pops up, so.
Anybody that gives you money is fucking dumber than you. Fucking unbelievable. So in the last podcast, Rob Zilla came on, and he's telling us you jerk off to her videos.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is my opinion.
You call her your girlfriend, but you have to jerk off to her video.
My opinion now. This is bad because she did that. It's bad for my business and my clothing line.
Because she did what?
It's bad for my supplement company too.
Why is that? Why does that have anything to do with your supplement?
It does say
Because she did
CBD.
porn?
Who wants to buy that? If I'm different, who wants to buy that?
What is that? What does the product have anything to do with?
Well, it could be bad to push the product if I, have some heat on me,
Well, we
You
know
think it's
what's
still
coming
frowned
up
upon?
next.
Yeah, it is. My opinion. Yeah.
Does it embarrass you that she did that?
It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man. You're a fucking asshole, you know that? You're a real asshole. I'm gonna kick you in the face. Fuck. Is that something you're worried about?
Kind of worried.
About what?
What she's got down there. What she's done.
Like what? What would you think she has?
Maybe AIDS or something.
Oh my fucking god. Are you serious, Jason? What the fuck, man? What is wrong with you?
This is my opinion.
Why would you say something like that?
Just an opinion. You never know. Gotta keep your guard up always with anybody.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. That's right.
Oh my god, why don't you get some blood testing with her? I bet your blood's more fucked up than hers.
No.
I'm telling you right now, you will get smacked if you keep saying that. What was that? I'm gonna kill you.
No.
I dare you. Come a little closer. I fucking dare you. Come here.
No.
No, come here. I gotta tell you something. Seriously.
No.
It's a secret. Come here. Come here. I gotta tell you something. Dick.
She doesn't look as young as she used to. She looks half. She looks worn out. She looks real worn. Like tired all the time.
You think it's from the porno?
Mostly.
Didn't you say she's got like 8 jobs? Don't you think it might be because of that?
Yeah, but
Jesus
she's
Christ,
drained.
Jason. You are such a fucking asshole.
It's good to be an ass, right? It's good to be the truth will set you free. The truth will set you by being a monkey freak. She gets what she gets.
You are such an ungrateful asshole. And you just told me that she when you guys go out, she buys shit, she gives you money.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say all this shit? You're a fucking dick, dude. Good luck ever getting any ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? You got a green dildo, right?
Yeah. That's my pass to fame.
That's your what?
My pass to having fun.
You past having fun? Have you sent pictures to people of you ramming it up your ass yet?
No, but guess what?
I'm sure you will.
Guess what? I'm getting
It's
one.
coming.
I'm getting one of those girl dolls, the realistic ones, the robots.
Who's giving you that?
I'm buying it.
Sure you are.
And I'm gonna fuck myself in the ass with it.
You're gonna fuck yourself in the ass with it?
No, I'm getting me a Jennifer Lopez one.
They have one of Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, for $1,100, I'm gonna get it.
$1,100, that's it?
Yeah, about $11. It's on sale, blowout special.
You're making this
No,
shit
it was
up.
like
You're
it was on
making
sale,
this shit up.
50% off. They want to get rid of it.
Cheap fuck. Is it used?
No, it's brand new, baby, unboxed.
Oh, I can only imagine what you're gonna do to that fucking doll. You creepy fuck.
I'm gonna have a fucking great time with it every night when I come home.
The J-Lo robot doll will be your cum dumpster.
Yeah.
You'll never clean the fucking thing. Ugh.
Can you imagine what that thing looks like in a month?
You're fucking.
They'll probably
you're really you're a disgusting person.
JGU's doll for $4,000 and cum.
What the fuck? And you know what? Some sick asshole would probably fucking buy it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking incredible how stupid people are. It's unbelievable.
Cum stain.
You just laugh all the way to the
$4,000.
fucking bank. All the way to the bank, you laugh.
It's just great.
I have a great idea.
What?
Since we're doing legs today, why don't we put 600 on the bar over there and see if you can squat it to depth.
No thanks.
I want to see your knees blow out, just like Jay's.
You're an idiot. Fuck you, bitch.
Maybe you'll be laid up for a while and leave us the fuck alone.
You're a pansy.
I'm a pansy. You're the one that shoves dildos up your ass and I'm a fucking pansy? Whoop. Right. You like to take stuff up the ass and you're calling me a fucking pansy. Why do you do that?
Just to get a erotic feeling.
Yeah, but why don't you keep it to yourself? You think anybody wants to know that shit?
I don't know why. Yo,
Let's go.
Jason Blaha, you think you know how to live? Jay Masters is a powerlifter. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Why you being a attention whore, beta clicker, and also Nick Power and String? You're all a bunch
Takes
of
one to know one.
a bunch of clickbaiting assholes. And he is a powerlifter. He knows how to live.
Wait.
I'm defending.
You're calling them clickbaiting assholes. Meanwhile, you were just saying you used Cynthia for clickbait.
But not that type of way. Not that type of way. What they said was fucked up about Jay.
What did they say?
He doesn't know how to lift. What's fucked up? He does know how to lift. He's been lifting for fucking 30 years.
You say he doesn't know how to lift.
Jason Blaha, Blue Hole, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
he did say he doesn't know how to squat properly.
That's fucked up. You know what? He does know how to lift. He's been powerlifting for 30 years, and Nick Power and Strength.
30 plus years since he was a teenager. I don't think Blaha realizes that Jay won 3 state powerlifting titles in late teens. I think he knows how to squat.
Jason Blaha's a fucking schmoo. Blowho getting order 6.
How many times have you ordered 66 that guy?
Blowho order
it
66.
It doesn't matter.
Jim accident gone wrong.
What?
Jim accident gone wrong.
Jim accident gone wrong.
Yeah, there's name videos.
That doesn't make
sense. Jim accident's gone wrong. I mean,
lift's gone wrong.
then that was
asshole.
one of them.
When is an accident right?
Never.
Okay, so what the fuck are you sick? You know what? I'm done. I can't anymore. I can't. I can't.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Put a bullet to your head.
Oh boy. You know, one channel I've not watched in a while is Gentleman's Gazette. Let's see what they've been doing lately. Suspenders. Do we have time for this? Yeah, we got time for this here. All right, KCB, let's check this out here. actually, nope, this is actually going to be a little too long. Oh boy. Honestly, I don't feel like playing any other videos. I think I'm all tuckered out. Yeah. All right. Get your questions in. I'm not a big fan of baseball. I just had coffee. I didn't have no alcohol tonight. I just didn't feel like it. Had that and water. Cup from my good man, Pug Man. I mean, I'm drinking a lot less alcohol than I was before. I still got the Maker's Mark, but... And I got those whiskey alternatives, but what I need to do is get some crushed ice to make pina coladas or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm gonna... Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that shit. I'm gonna mix... I got pina colada mix. I'm gonna mix them together and see how they taste. If not, I'm gonna pour that shit out. Probably an Omega KCB. Rolex is just overrated at this point in time. Who hasn't seen a Rolex Pro Diver? I gotta find my Orient Bambino. I don't know where I must have misplaced it somewhere. I don't think I left it over. I've not... Oh no, it's gotta be around here because I've not been over any guy's house or anything like that. So it's somewhere around the house. That's the thing about watches. The only reason why I have an $800 Movano watch is because of my insurance. Truth being told, I would have preferred not to get it. Because they paid me $400 and to get the exact... And my original model was not even available. But at least it's engraved this time. Oh, I always think a Childish Gambino as Danny Glover Jr. Where does someone come up with the name Childish Gambino from anyway? But yeah, when it comes to watches, I mean, if you want a Rolex and you feel that you've earned it, by all means get it there. Folks, you guys don't have... the thing about it is, just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you should follow along. I mean, just because I use Langerford Classic doesn't mean you got to use it. Just because I wear certain clothes, you got to figure out what's comfortable for you. If you're comfortable wearing football jerseys and stuff, like I said, I don't recommend it except at maybe a football game, but you know, you got to do you at some point in time. That is pretty expensive. The most expensive watch I have is the Movano at this point. beforehand, it was the other original Movano, which was $225. $800 is the most that I've ever spent for a watch. And I'm kind of disgusted by it. I mean, I really am. I'm disgusted with spending $800 for a watch. Because here's the thing, folks. To me, a watch, I mean, is for telling time and everything, but ultimately, you know, it's a fashion symbol there, and I just don't feel I don't feel that you should. I mean, maybe if I was big on watches, I would probably feel a lot better about wearing a Rolex or an Omega or so forth. As long as it's not a Breitling, those things are garbage. Expensive garbage at that. Now, I mean, whenever I was, I forgot what watch I wore when I was in high school. That is actually, I believe, God, I don't remember what type of watch that was. It was a Timex something. I forgot what watch I was wearing in high school. I wore that one for a couple of years. And back then it was very important, folks, to have a watch. Because remember, I didn't have a cell phone, and this was practically, you know, if I wanted to know the time, you really needed to use a watch. I can't remember what type of Timex it is. But I wore the hell out of that watch. Omega Flight Master. I mean, it's a nice watch. Let me see how much they're running for. They're about $4,000. I mean, but if it's, here's the thing. If it's unreliable, that means you may need to, you probably need, you know, when it comes to these types of watches, especially Rolexes, you got to have them serviced every two years or so. That Flight Master probably needs to be serviced if you've not ever had it serviced before. In the late 90s, I did. I wouldn't consider it a lot of jewelry. Just a lot of sterling silver necklaces and stuff, you know. I mean, if you wanted to know what I look like, sort of, I mean... let's be honest. This is pretty much me. I had a black fanny pack, though. But everyone had a chain. Mine had a No Limit Soldiers attachment to it, but yeah. Actually, I don't. What I do have there, Ryan. I have a faded picture of me being at the Greenville County Detention Center, but it's too degraded, so I may actually I may get a AI generated picture of me in the 90s. I may actually end up doing that instead. What I'll have to do is I'll have to ask my other friend that I work with for one of his images, and then I'll just cross it along with a couple of other ones, and it gives an approximate. Hopefully, the thing about it is, whenever I worked as a corrections officer, I wore an Under Armour turtleneck. A black Under Armour turtleneck when I went to work, so I looked a little. I looked out of the ordinary with it, and the reason why I wore an Under Armour shirt under my officer's outfit is simply because when you're walking through the jails, it's very hot. There's no real air conditioning or anything. Well, I don't think Centra AI could do what I'm looking to do there, Ryan. I may have to get someone from Fiverr. But I have to have what's called an origin picture. So basically speaking, you have to have the general outfit, and a lot of these are not going to fit the profile. Like, for example, this here. Now this is the uniform that I wore pretty much, if you wanted to look at a GCDC uniform. But as you could tell, this is a red-haired woman instead. But this is pretty much what I look like. Without this, or that. Just that, and that. That's if you wanted to know what my uniform used to look like. It used to look like this. I don't know who that is, actually. So it's just going to be very difficult to find an approximate picture. But Centra AI should be able to do it. Or I may just simply do something different. But folks, 3 minutes left. Get your questions in. Yeah, Ryan, I would probably have to get Fiverr to do it because the picture is so degraded. I just don't know how to go about it, to be honest with you. Any message for Dub? He's fat! That's a message. He's fat! Over 300 pounds of whale blubber. Well, the thing about it is that Mike made the mistake of you gotta remember, Mike thought he was safe talking about Mike Metzer since he wasn't around to speak for him. But if you go and talk about Mike Metzer in a bad way, you're probably gonna get a response from Dorian Yates. Well deserved too, so. Like I said, he's just delusional. But I'll figure out how to do that picture. I just gotta find an approximate there, and I should be fine. Then I can get it completed. What I would end up doing is transposing it upon the other picture. And it should work just fine. But folks, that is the end of the Midnight Run. Another great episode. I do want to thank Quick Pump and None for donating. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Tune in tomorrow for a Saturday Soul live stream. The great one is checking out. And as always, peace and soul. He's fat!